Maya sat at her desk staring at the blank page in front of her. She hadn't written a letter in years, not since Anna had moved away. Anna had been her best friend, her closest companion. They had spent hours together, laughing, talking, and sharing secrets. But that was before Anna's family had to move across the country. It had been almost a year now. Maya missed her more than words could say. It wasn't just the big things, like not having someone to talk to when things went wrong, but the little things too. The way Anna always knew how to cheer her up with a silly joke, or how they would spend hours trying to bake cookies and ending up with a kitchen full of flour. Maya missed the feeling of belonging when Anna was around. They had been inseparable, and now Maya felt a growing emptiness in her heart. Their calls had become less frequent and the texts were short. Maya tried not to admit it, but she felt like Anna was slowly slipping away, like a star fading in the sky. She picked up the pen, holding it tightly as she thought about what to say. How could she tell Anna how much she missed her? How could she explain that every time she heard Anna's name or saw something that reminded her of their time together, it made her heart ache? She took a deep breath and started writing. Dear Anna, I hope this letter finds you well. I've been thinking about you a lot lately, and I just wanted to say that I miss you more than you know. It's hard to explain how much I miss our talks and the fun we had together. I never realized how much your presence meant to me until you were gone. The days feel quieter without you here. I wonder if you miss me too, or if things have gotten easier for you. I don't want to be a bother, but sometimes it feels like the distance between us is growing, and I don't know how to close the gap. I hope we can talk soon. I'd love to hear all about what's been happening in your life. I miss you so much, Anna. Love, Maya. As Maya sealed the envelope, a small hope bloomed in her chest. Maybe, just maybe, this letter would bring them closer again. It wasn't much, but it was a start, a way to bridge the distance between them. She smiled softly as she dropped it in the mailbox. Ella sat by the window, watching the rain fall softly outside. The gray clouds made the world look quiet and still. She couldn't help but think about her best friend, Zoe. It had been over 6 months since Zoe moved away to the other side of the country. They used to spend every weekend together, talking, laughing, and doing everything that best friends do. But now, there was only silence. Ella picked up her phone, unlocking it and scrolling through her messages. She had sent Zoe a few texts over the past few months, but they had always been brief. How are you? And hope you're doing well were the most she could manage. Zoe would respond, but her messages felt distant, like she was typing from far away, physically and emotionally. Ella knew Zoe was busy adjusting to her new life, but it didn't stop the loneliness from growing. Ella thought back to the last time she had seen Zoe. It had been a warm afternoon just before Zoe's family moved. They had sat in their favorite park talking about everything and nothing. Zoe had smiled, but there was a sadness in her eyes. Ella had noticed it, but hadn't said anything. They didn't talk about the move. It was too hard. When the time came for Zoe to leave, they hugged tightly, promising to stay in touch. But in the back of her mind, Ella had felt a knot of worry. Would things change? Would Zoe forget about her? Now, 6 months later, Ella had the answer. Things had changed. She had tried to call Zoe a few times, but Zoe never seemed to pick up. It was as if the distance between them had made it harder to reach each other. Ella knew she couldn't just wait forever, hoping Zoe would come back to her. But she didn't know how to fix things. She didn't know how to make her friend feel the same way she did. Ella's heart felt heavy. The thought of Zoe growing closer to new friends while Ella stayed behind, stuck in the same town, was painful. She wanted to feel like they could still be best friends, even though they were far apart. Ella had seen others stay connected after big moves, but she wasn't sure how. It felt like a wall had slowly grown between them, and she wasn't sure how to break it down. Maybe I should call her again, Ella muttered to herself, staring at her phone. But what if she's too busy? The thought of calling Zoe and hearing her voice again was comforting, but Ella wasn't sure if it would make things better or worse. The silence between them was already so loud. She didn't want to be a bother, But she missed Zoe so much. The thought of her best friend who used to be so close feeling so far away was too much to bear. Ella stood up, walking over to her desk where she had some stationery. She had once written letters to Zoe when they were younger, long, silly letters about everything that happened in school. They'd sent them back and forth, even though they saw each other every day. Maybe a letter was a good way to reconnect. She could write down her feelings without worrying about saying the wrong thing. She could take her time. Ella sat down at her desk and grabbed a pen. She wasn't sure what to say, but she knew she had to say something. After a few moments of thinking, she began to write. Dear Zoe, it feels like so much has changed since you left. Some days it feels like it's been years, even though it's only been 6 months. I think about you all the time. I miss our weekends, together. The way we would sit for hours and talk about everything and how we could always make each other laugh. The house feels quieter without you here. I know things must be different for you now, and maybe that's why I'm finding it hard to keep in touch. I don't want to bother you with my feelings. But I miss you. I miss you so much. I've been feeling a little lost without you. There's no one to tell about the little things that happen during my day, and the people around me don't know what it's like to have a best friend who knows you better than anyone else. I hope you're doing well. I hope you've made new friends and found new things to love about where you are. But I also hope that we can stay friends no matter how far apart we are. I know we can't just pick up where we left off, but maybe we can start again, even from a distance. I don't know what the future holds, but I want you to know that I'm always here, thinking of you and hoping for the best for you. Love, Ella. She put the pen down and stared at the letter. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. It was how she felt. She folded the letter carefully, placing it in an envelope. Maybe Zoe would read it and understand. Maybe this was the first step to bringing their friendship back to life. Ella sighed, deeply, her heart lighter than it had been in weeks. She wasn't sure what would happen next, but for the first time in a long time, she felt a spark of hope. Maybe distance couldn't break the bond between them. Maybe this letter would be the bridge that would bring them back together. Only time would tell, but Ella was willing to take the chance. Lena sat by the window watching the leaves swirl in the autumn breeze. The world outside seemed so peaceful, but inside, her heart felt heavy. She had been sitting here for an hour, staring at her phone, trying to find the right words to send to Maria. It had been nearly a year since Maria moved to the other side of the country, and even though they still talked occasionally, something had changed. Their conversations had become shorter, and they didn't share the same closeness they once had. Lena missed Maria more than she could explain. The two of them had grown up together. They had been inseparable, laughing together, supporting each other through the tough times and creating memories that Lena cherished. But now, the distance between them felt more like a wall, and every time Lena picked up the phone to call Maria, she hesitated, unsure of what to say. I don't want to bother her, Lena whispered to herself. She's probably busy with her new life. But the truth was, Lena didn't know what Maria's new life was like. They hadn't talked about it in a while. Lena knew Maria had made new friends, started a new job, and was adjusting to a completely different environment. It was all so different from the life they had shared together. Lena felt like she was stuck in the past, holding on to memories while Maria was moving forward, building a life without her. It wasn't just the big things that bothered Lena. It was the small moments too, the inside jokes they used to share, the way they used to finish each other's sentences, the way their friendship felt effortless. Now, everything felt forced. Their texts were polite but distant, like they were strangers trying to find their way back to something familiar. Lena sighed and looked at her phone again. She had sent a message to Maria a few weeks ago, but it had gone unanswered. It wasn't like Maria to ignore her, but maybe Lena was just overthinking it. Maybe Maria was too busy, or maybe, just maybe, their friendship had faded because of the distance between them. Lena felt a pang in her chest. The thought of losing her best friend was too painful to bear. She didn't want things to end this way. She didn't want their friendship to slip away without even trying to save it. Her eyes fell on the framed photo of the two of them on the shelf. It was from their last summer together before Maria left. Smiling faces, arms around each other. It seemed so long ago now, but the memory was still fresh in Lena's mind. That day had been full of laughter, and they had promised to stay in touch no matter what. But time had a way of slipping by, and before Lena knew it, things had changed. Maybe it was time to do something different, Lena thought. Maybe it was time to make the first move. She couldn't keep waiting for Maria to reach out. She had to show Maria that she cared, that she was still there for her. Lena took a deep breath and opened her messaging app. She began typing slowly, unsure of what to say at first. But as she thought about the friendship they had shared, the words started to come. Hey Maria, I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I know things have been different since you moved, and I miss you. I miss talking to you, laughing with you, and just being able to share everything. I don't want to just let this slip away. I know we've both been busy, but I want to make the effort to stay in touch, even if it's just a message here and there. I don't want to lose what we had. You're really important to me, and I hope you know that. I hope you're doing well, and I'd love to hear from you whenever you have the time. No pressure, just wanted to let you know I'm thinking of you. Lena. Lena stared at the message for a moment. It felt honest and simple. She didn't want to put too much pressure on Maria, but she wanted her to know that she cared, that she was still there. With a small sigh, she hit send. It was a small step, but it felt like the right one. Lena didn't know if Maria would reply immediately or if it would take some time. She didn't even know if things would go back to the way they were before. But for the first time in months, she felt like she had done something to bridge the gap between them. Lena sat back in her chair, hoping that this simple message would be the beginning of something new. She wasn't sure what would happen next, but she knew that at least she had tried, and that was enough for now. She closed her eyes and let herself imagine what it would be like to talk to Maria again, to share stories and memories. She could picture them laughing together just like old times, and even if that was a long way off, it was something to hold on to. Lena stood up and walked to the window again, this time with a sense of calm. The rain had stopped, and the sun was beginning to break through the clouds. She felt like maybe, just maybe, things were starting to clear up. There was hope, even in the distance. Sophie sat at her desk, staring at the old postcard in her hand. It was from her best friend Emma, sent a few months ago from the new city where Emma had moved. The postcard was beautiful, showing a bright skyline and the words, "Greetings from my new adventure." Emma had written a short note on the back saying she was doing well and that she missed Sophie. It had been a nice gesture, but it felt so distant. Sophie had kept it on her desk as a reminder of their friendship, but lately it just made her feel sad. It had been over a year since Emma moved. Sophie still remembered the day Emma left. They had spent the last evening together at the local park, just like they had on so many evenings before. They had talked about their plans, laughed at silly jokes, and promised to stay in touch. But after Emma moved away, everything changed. The phone calls became less frequent, and the messages grew shorter. At first, Sophie tried to call Emma every few weeks, but the conversations felt forced. They no longer knew what to say to each other. It was as if the distance between them had started to create a gap that they couldn't bridge. Sophie missed Emma so much. She missed the long conversations, the inside jokes, and the way they used to spend hours together, doing nothing but enjoying each other's company. Now every time Sophie reached out, she felt like she was losing a piece of Emma. It was like a door had closed between them, and Sophie didn't know how to open it again. Sophie glanced at her phone, her fingers hovering over the screen. She had been thinking about texting Emma for days now, but every time she tried, she stopped. What would she say? How could she start a conversation that felt so different now? Every time she thought about reaching out, she felt a mixture of hope and fear. What if Emma had moved on? What if she had made new friends and didn't feel the same way anymore? Sophie's heart sank as she looked at the screen. She missed her friend so much, but she didn't know how to fix things. She had tried to keep the connection alive, but now it felt like she was the only one trying. The thought of losing Emma forever was unbearable. Sophie had never imagined a time when they wouldn't be best friends. With a deep breath, Sophie stood up from her desk and walked over to the window. The sky was cloudy, and the rain had just started to fall. It wasn't a heavy rain, just a light drizzle, but it made the world outside look quiet and still. Sophie closed her eyes for a moment, letting the peaceful sound of the rain calm her mind. She thought about Emma and how they used to talk about everything, about their dreams, their fears, their plans for the future. She remembered the way Emma had always made her feel understood, like there was no one else who could know her the way Emma did. Sophie had always hoped that, no matter what happened, they would never lose that connection. But now, with the distance between them, Sophie wasn't so sure. Sophie's thoughts were interrupted when her phone buzzed. It was a message from Emma. "Hey, Sophie, how are you? It's been a while since we caught up. I miss you so much. Things have been crazy here, but I'd love to hear all about what's been going on with you." Sophie stared at the message, her heart racing. She couldn't believe it. After all this time, Emma was reaching out. Sophie felt a mix of emotions, relief, excitement, and even a little fear. What would they talk about? How would they pick up where they left off? With trembling hands, Sophie quickly typed a response. "Emma, I miss you too. I can't believe how long it's been. So much has happened, but it feels like everything has changed without you here. I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I really want to catch up." Sophie hit send and immediately felt a little better. Maybe this was the beginning of something new. Maybe this was the chance she had been waiting for to reconnect. Her phone buzzed again. "I'm so glad you messaged me. I've been thinking about you too. Let's plan a time to talk soon, okay? I want to hear everything." Sophie smiled as she read the message. She could feel the familiar warmth that she had missed so much. It wasn't the same as being together in person, but it was a start. They were talking again, and that was more than Sophie had dared to hope for. As she sat back down at her desk, Sophie felt a new sense of hope. She had been afraid that the distance between her and Emma would be too much to overcome, but now it felt like there was a way forward. It wasn't going to be easy, but Sophie knew that if they both made the effort, they could rebuild their friendship. The rain outside had stopped and the sun was beginning to peek through the clouds. Sophie looked out the window, her heart lighter than it had been in months. She wasn't sure what the future held, but for the first time in a long time, she felt like things might be okay. Maybe, just maybe, the distance between her and Emma wasn't the end. It was just a new beginning. Ben sat on his bed, the light of his lamp casting a warm glow in the room. He glanced at his phone, then away, then back again. It had been 2 months since Mia moved to a new city. 2 months of silence. 2 months of wondering whether things between them would ever be the same. He had been best friends with Mia for as long as he could remember. From sharing childhood secrets to staying up late talking about their dreams, they had always been close. But ever since Mia's family moved, Ben had felt a huge gap between them, even though they still tried to stay in touch. Their texts had become less frequent, and when they did talk, it felt awkward. It was as if the more they tried to keep up their friendship, the harder it became. Ben had sent her a message last week, just asking how she was doing, but Mia's reply had been brief. She mentioned that things were going well in her new city, and that she was making new friends. But there had been no mention of their old times together, no questions about Ben's life. It made him wonder, did she still think of him the same way? Was their friendship really as strong as he had believed? He missed her. He missed the way she would make him laugh with her goofy stories, the way she always knew how to cheer him up when he was having a bad day. They used to share everything, but now it felt like they were drifting further and further apart, like two people who had once been connected by a strong thread, but now that thread was unraveling. Ben sighed and looked out of the window. The stars were starting to appear in the sky, just tiny points of light in the vast dark. The sight reminded him of Mia. She had always loved stargazing, and they used to lie on the grass in her backyard, gazing at the constellations, talking about the future. Now, the future seemed uncertain, and so did their friendship. He wondered if she missed him at all. Maybe she was too busy with her new life. Maybe she had new friends now, friends who were closer to her, friends who understood her better than he could. The thought made his chest tighten, and for the first time in weeks he felt tears welling up in his eyes. But then Ben stopped himself. No. He couldn't give up on their friendship. He cared too much about Mia to let her go just because of distance. He had to try, even if it felt difficult. Ben stood up from the bed and walked over to his desk. He pulled out a piece of paper and a pen. He thought about how much he missed Mia, about how he wished he could talk to her the way they used to. The thought of calling her or texting her again felt like taking a step into the unknown, but he realized he had to take that step. They had been best friends for so long. He couldn't just let that slip away. He started writing, "Hey Mia, I hope you're doing well. It's been a while since we last talked, and I've been thinking about you a lot. I miss you, and I miss the old times we shared. I know things have changed, and we're both adjusting to new lives, but I still value our friendship more than anything. It feels like we're drifting apart, and I don't want that to happen. I miss our talks, our laughter, and just being there for each other. I know we're both busy, but I hope we can find a way to stay connected, even if it's just with a quick message here and there. I don't want to lose touch with you. Mia, you've been such an important part of my life, and I don't want to let distance come between us. I hope you'll reach out when you can. I'm here, always. Ben." He looked at the letter for a moment, feeling a sense of relief wash over him. Writing it down had helped him put his feelings into words. It wasn't perfect, but it was honest. It was everything he wanted to say to Mia. Ben folded the letter carefully and placed it into an envelope. He wasn't sure if Mia would respond right away or if she even felt the same way, but he knew he couldn't keep waiting for her to reach out. He had to take the first step. As he sealed the envelope, Ben felt a little lighter. Maybe Mia would respond. Maybe they would reconnect. Maybe it would take time, but he was willing to be patient. He would do whatever it took to rebuild their friendship, even if it meant starting over. Ben walked to the mailbox, the envelope in his hand. The sky had cleared and the stars were brighter now, just like they used to be when he and Mia had spent nights talking about everything and nothing. As he placed the letter in the mailbox, he felt a glimmer of hope. Maybe this was the start of something new. Maybe it would be the bridge they both needed to cross the distance that had grown between them. He walked back to his house, feeling a little better. He didn't know what the future held, but he was willing to believe that no matter how far apart they were, they could still find their way back to each other. After all, true friendship could survive anything, even distance. Chloe sat on the old swing in the park, the chains creaking as she gently rocked back and forth. The evening air was cool, and the sun was beginning to dip below the horizon, casting an orange glow across the sky. She looked out across the empty park, remembering all the times she and Hannah had played here together, laughing and talking for hours. It had been their special place. But now, everything felt different. Hannah had moved away 6 months ago, and since then, Chloe had felt a quiet emptiness in her life. At first, they had kept in touch, sending texts and calling each other whenever they could. But over time, those conversations had become shorter. There were fewer messages, fewer calls, and more silences. Chloe found herself wondering if Hannah was moving on, if she had found new friends in her new city, or if their friendship was fading. Chloe missed her so much. She missed the way they used to talk about everything, big dreams, silly jokes, and even the little things that no one else would understand. Now, when Chloe picked up the phone to call Hannah, she hesitated. What would she say? Would Hannah still care about their old friendship, or had she already left it behind? A sigh escaped Chloe's lips as she watched a group of kids running past, laughing and playing. She remembered when it was just the two of them, free from the worries of life, just enjoying each other's company. But now there was distance between them, both physical and emotional. Chloe wanted to fix things, to feel close to Hannah. Again, but she didn't know how. She reached into her pocket and pulled out her phone. There it was, Hannah's name on her contact list. Chloe had been staring at it for days, too afraid to send a message. What if it was too late? What if Hannah had moved on, leaving their friendship behind? It was a thought that always made Chloe's heart ache. She didn't want to lose her best friend, but she wasn't sure how to reach her anymore. Chloe unlocked the phone and stared at the screen. She had sent a message a week ago asking how Hannah was doing, but it had gone unanswered. Maybe she was too busy, Chloe told herself. Maybe it wasn't personal. But the silence still stung. Maybe I should just try again, Chloe whispered to herself, feeling a mix of hope and fear. She began to type, her fingers hesitant at first. Hey Hannah, I've been thinking about you a lot lately. It's been so strange without you here. I miss our talks, the way we used to spend hours together and just being able to talk about anything. I know we've both been busy with our own lives, but I wanted to reach out. I miss you and I really hope we can stay in touch even if we're far apart. I understand if things have changed for you, but I want you to know that I'm still here, and I'd love to catch up when you have the time. Chloe. Chloe stared at the message, her heart pounding in her chest. It felt like a risk putting her feelings out there. What if Hannah didn't feel the same? What if Hannah had made new friends and didn't have time for their old friendship? But Chloe knew she couldn't keep waiting forever. She needed to try to take that step even if it was hard. Taking a deep breath, she hit send. For a moment, Chloe just stared at the screen. She felt a little lighter, as if the weight on her chest had eased just slightly. She had done something. She had reached out. Now, all she could do was wait. The next few days were filled with uncertainty. Chloe checked her phone every few hours, hoping for a response but dreading it at the same time. It wasn't that she didn't want to hear from Hannah, it was just that the unknown was so hard to deal with. Was she being ignored? Or was Hannah simply too busy? Then, on the third day, Chloe's phone buzzed. Her heart skipped a beat as she grabbed it, almost too afraid to look at the screen. When she saw Hannah's name, her breath caught in her throat. Chloe, I'm so sorry I haven't replied sooner. Things have been a bit crazy on my end, but I've been thinking about you too. I miss you so much. I know things have changed since I moved, but I really want to stay in touch. Let's talk soon, okay? Tears filled Chloe's eyes as she read the message. Her heart felt full again, as if the gap that had been growing between them was starting to close. She couldn't believe it. Hannah missed her too. The silence hadn't meant the end of their friendship. It was just a result of life getting in the way. Chloe quickly typed a reply. I'm so glad you messaged me. I miss you so much, Hannah. I know things have been different, but I'm really happy that we can still talk. Let's catch up soon. I can't wait to hear all about everything that's been going on in your life. She hit send, feeling a sense of relief wash over her. Maybe it wouldn't be the same as before, but their friendship was still there. It wasn't gone. There was hope. As Chloe put her phone down, she looked up at the sky. The stars were out now, twinkling brightly. She smiled, feeling like maybe, just maybe, this was the start of a new chapter in their friendship. The distance between them might still be there, but it didn't have to define their connection. She had reached out and Hannah had reached back. That was enough for now. Chloe got off the swing and started walking home, her heart lighter than it had been in months. She didn't know what the future would bring, but for the first time in a long while she felt hopeful. Maybe the distance wasn't the end of their story. Maybe it was just a new beginning. Lily sat in the corner of the cafe, the warm cup of coffee in her hands offering some comfort against the cool air of the morning. Outside, the streets were bustling with people heading to work, but inside, it was quiet. The soft hum of conversation and the clinking of cups felt distant to Lily. She had been sitting here for over an hour, but her thoughts kept drifting to one person. Emma. Emma had moved away a year ago. The suddenness of it had left a deep ache in Lily's heart, one that hadn't faded with time. They had been inseparable for as long as Lily could remember. They had shared everything: dreams, fears, silly jokes, and even the quiet moments. where words weren't needed. But now Emma was gone, and Lily couldn't shake the feeling that she had lost something precious. At first, they had stayed in touch. Phone calls, texts, and even video chats kept their friendship alive. But over the months, those calls became less frequent, and the texts, once full of life and excitement, became short and filled with distance. Emma had started talking more about her new life, her new friends, her new experiences, and Lily began to wonder if their old connection was slipping away. Lily missed her friend terribly. It wasn't just the fun times they had shared, but the way Emma understood her, the way they could talk for hours and never run out of things to say. Emma had always been the one person who knew exactly how to make Lily feel better when the world seemed too heavy, and now every time Lily picked up the phone to call, she hesitated, unsure if Emma would even want to hear from her anymore. Sighing, Lily stared out the window, her fingers gently tapping on the side of the cup. The familiar feeling of loneliness crept over her again. The distance between them had grown so much that it seemed impossible to bridge. What if Emma had already moved on? What if she didn't need Lily in her life anymore? Lily's thoughts were interrupted by the ping of her phone. She quickly glanced at the screen, and her heart skipped a beat when she saw Emma's name. She had sent a message. "Hey Lily, I've been thinking about you lately. I know we haven't talked in a while, but I miss you so much. Life's been really busy, but I want to catch up soon. How have you been?" Lily's fingers hovered over the screen. She wanted to reply right away, but the uncertainty of the situation made her hesitate. Was Emma just being polite? Did she really miss her, or was it just an occasional thought that came and went? Lily didn't want to read too much into the message, but the hope that Emma still cared was hard to ignore. She took a deep breath and began typing her reply. "Emma, I can't believe you messaged me. I've missed you so much. Things have been so different without you here. It's been hard, to be honest. I've thought about you all the time, but I wasn't sure if you still wanted to stay in touch. I'd love to catch up whenever you're free. I miss everything about our friendship." Lily stared at the message for a moment, wondering if it was too much. But then, with a quick breath, she hit send. She could only wait now. A few minutes later, the phone buzzed again. "Lily, I'm so glad you responded. I miss you too, more than I can say. I've been trying to make new friends here, but it's not the same. You're such an important part of my life, and I don't want to lose that. Let's make a plan to talk soon. I want to hear everything about what's been going on with you." Tears welled up in Lily's eyes as she read the message. A weight she hadn't realized she was carrying seemed to lift from her chest. Emma still cared. She missed her. The distance, the silence. It hadn't meant the end of their friendship. It had just been a pause. The thread that connected them had never truly broken. Lily quickly typed back, "I miss you so much, Emma. I've been waiting for this message. I'm so happy to hear that you still want to talk. We have so much to catch up on. Let's set a time soon. I'll make it work no matter what." When she hit send, Lily couldn't help but smile. A sense of hope and excitement filled her chest. Maybe things had changed. Maybe they couldn't go back to the way things were before. But this was a new beginning. A chance to rebuild what they had, no matter how much time had passed. As she sat back in her chair, Lily realized something important. Friendship, like any relationship, wasn't always easy. Sometimes distance and time made it feel like the connection was slipping away. But it didn't have to be the end. If both people cared enough, they could always find a way to reconnect. The sun had set now, and the cafe was growing quieter. Lily felt a warmth inside her, knowing that Emma was still a part of her life. She wasn't sure what the future would look like, but she knew one thing for sure. Their friendship wasn't gone. It was just waiting for them to pick it up again, one conversation at a time. Lily looked out the window, the night sky dotted with stars, and felt a sense of peace. Tomorrow was a new day, and with it came the promise of reconnection, the hope of a friendship that would last, no matter the distance.